Isn't this just one of the best days of the year? Wherever you look, it is showered in red. People are buzzing around, looking forward to one specific time in the evening. Of course, there's only one thing we can be talking about. It's Ferrari's launch day. Always seems to be on Valentine's Day, and that is exactly what we love about it. They've given us a little treat, the Formula One fans. The oldest team on the grid, Scuderia Ferrari, launching their new car, the SF-23. Whether or not that name has to change or not, we're going to find out, considering that is the same name as the new chassis in Super Formula over in Japan. And back in 2010, Ferrari named their F1 car the F-150, but that was copyrighted by Ford, who had the trucks, the Ford F-150s. So they had to change it to the F-150 as well. So the F-150 as well. So we'll see if they have to change it. But at the moment, it's remaining the SF-23. It's a whole new era for Ferrari to launch into as well. No longer Mattia Binotto in control with nobody can do anything wrong at Ferrari. All is well, and pretty much covering up the cracks as well. He's been gone. He's sacked over the winter break as well. Come in is Frederick Vasseur as well, who immediately has been reported that he's won over the team. He's won over the mechanics. He's created already a calm, relaxed atmosphere. Everyone calls him Fred in the factory as well. Very unlike Ferrari. But one thing is for sure, he is ruling with an iron fist. He is made everyone relaxed, but know exactly what they need to do better in 2023. Last year, Ferrari started the campaign with the fastest car on the grid. They aced the new rule changes. In the first 3 races, they won 2 of them in Bahrain and then in Australia. They only won 4 races last year. That is not on. There need to be more differences. There need to be more acceleration. And hopefully we are going to see that. Now the launch is about to begin. It's being held at Fiorano, the purpose-built test circuit in Maranello in Italy. And we're about to see what this new generation of cars has to offer. Is it the same livery, the Scuderia Red Ferrari? Is it slightly different? Is there more yellow on the back like we saw at the Italian Grand Prix? Frederick Vasseur said the car will definitely be red. Have they gone for a weight-saving livery with the black carbon as well? Time is going to tell. Let's have a look then and move over as we are ready for Ferrari's launch. That's very Italian. Circuito di Fiorano. Look at it, that's a beautiful track. I love Fiorano. I love a go around there. Yellow, yellow. The Italian national anthem. Yellow and red. Papers all around.
Benvenuti a Maranello. Benvenuti nel cuore della passione Ferrari. Siamo sulla pista di Fiorano. Welcome to Maranello on the Fiorano track, the beating heart of Ferrari. Ma non sono solo a celebrare oggi qui l'arrivo, la presentazione della nuova monoposto di Formula 1. Con me tutto l'entusiasmo dei nostri tifosi.
Incredible fans all around the circuit. This is where I need Megan. She speaks Italian.
Dopo 2 anni di presentazioni a distanza, finalmente siamo qui a celebrare l'arrivo della nuova macchina e far sentire a tutta Ferrari, a tutta la scuderia, la passione che la circonda, tutto quello che
Scuderia
vuol dire
Ferrari, the tifosi and the team. That's what I'm getting from that.
For the new Formula One car behind closed doors, we are finally all here in the flesh to let hear and feel the entire Scuderia, all the passion, and what does it mean for everyone. Vero ragazzi?
I'm not that bad, am I? Translating from Italian.
But all these guys are just a tiny slice of the huge global audience that is watching from all around the world on TV or via streaming channels. Hello to everyone. Benvenuti a Maranello. And now, let me introduce you. Another host who will share the stage today with me. Please welcome Amy Buckley.
All the hosts. Hey, she's copying my look. She's got me right look.
Wow, this is so fantastic to be here and incredible to be sharing this day with you. I mean, che passione, eh? This is the famosi tifosi in real life. So, buongiorno. As you know, this is being broadcast live across all our channels. But actually, I'm also here to be giving you some exclusive backstage access to the launch on the Scuderia Ferrari app. Hang on. Scuderia Ferrari.
Right.
That's a little bit better. Okay, so that's where you
Get
can
the
keep up to
Italiano
date
in.
with everything to do with the Scuderia. Charles and Carlos are on it. The whole team, in fact, La Familia Ferrari. So, of course, we want you to be there too.
The Ferrari
And how
family,
do you
La
get
Familia
it? You
Ferrari.
just need to search for Scuderia Ferrari wherever that you usually download your apps, and you can see more on it even later today.
So Apple Store, Google Play.
And, I've already downloaded the app. I'm just curious and
Amazon.
looking forward to all the special contents that will be shown in the app. But you know, and you can feel it here now, Amy, on stage, that Ferrari is a great family. La Familia Ferrari. And I would like now to introduce another long-time member of the family of Familia Ferrari. Over
Who's
to
it?
you now, Marc Genet.
Oh, Marc Genet. Everybody loves Marc Genet, former Formula One driver, test driver, of course, for Ferrari, and now on Sky Italia, I believe.
Happy and excited to be part of such a fantastic event.
He's
I am
at Maranello.
located now at Piazza
Yeah.
Michael Schumacher, in front of a very special place that has been the part of the history of Ferrari. In this house,
Yeah.
Enzo Ferrari was
Sometimes
having a,
Ferrari's
a
house.
very close look of all his cars when they were being tested at Fiorano, and also his office, which still stays the same as
That
when he
office
used
is
to be
legendary.
here.
The famous
From
ink,
here, he
the
watched also
purple
all the
ink
Formula One
in
Grand
his
Prix.
fountain pen.
But I'll be back
I
to
have
you
one, is
later
there?
on with some very
course
special
I do.
guests. Now the line to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Mark.
I have a
We're
checkered
back
flag
to
fountain
you
pen
later,
with purple
but
ink in it. You
now-
can't not as a fan of Formula One.
the two
As Sebastian Vettel says, everyone's a
people,
Ferrari fan.
people coming here
It's one of the
on
oldest
stage.
teams, so
Sapete
it's
di chi
nice to
sto
see when they're
parlando?
doing well.
Sapete chi sta arrivando? Amy.
Oh, would you like me to do the honors?
Yes,
Well,
please.
ragazzi, oggi è San Valentino. Facciamo sentire tutto il nostro amore.
I wonder if the car's going to go around the track as the launch. Okay, it's Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Is Carlos Sainz going to win more races this year? Yes. Can Charles Leclerc actually get the consistency together to run for the title? Can either of them run for it? Yeah, okay, Charles Leclerc's had two call-outs now. Charles Leclerc indebted with the hearts of the Tifosi after he won the 2019 Italian Grand Prix. This is a positive launch. I'm liking this. A lot of energy. Having the Tifosi there has definitely done the correct thing. It's given everyone a bit of a boost. Listen to that crowd. Charles, you good? Yeah, okay. Get in order now, guys. We haven't got long.
It's easier to stop on the grid.
Yeah, there's little dots there where you can stand.
Ciao. Okay, finally we are with Carlos and Charles.
I mean, that's a brilliant reaction, isn't it? Now, Carlos, this is actually your first launch with an audience since you joined Ferrari. I mean, what's it
21,
like
22,
having
yeah.
the reaction like that from the Tifosi?
It's unique.
Whose idea was it to get the Tifosi here? Because it was a brilliant idea.
I'm barely going to be able to talk with this noise, but it's amazing. I mean, to have this scenery, you know, to be able to present the car here in
Ray-Ban
Maranello,
Ferrari
in a
sunglasses.
circuit
I
like
want a pair. Look at
Fiorano,
those.
with
Look
the
at the
history
yellow
it
little
has,
dots to the side as well.
With 500 Tifosi in the grandstand. I think Ferrari is the only team in F1 right now that is has this atmosphere going on, no? And I love it. It's one of my most special days as a racing driver, presenting a car here and having so many people so happy, and of course me getting to see it also.
Fantastic. Well, we're very happy to have you, aren't we? Siamo felici, no?
This is an interesting launch. Ferraris are always a bit crazy.
During our one unveiling before, but it's always so special to be here with them.
It is extremely special. I mean, every time we come to Italy, there's so much
Twice
so
now on
much
the calendar.
passion, and whenever
Emilia
we come to
Romagna
Maranello,
and
it's
Monza.
always incredible to see so many people and so much passion again. So, and as Carlos said, this is only for our team, for Ferrari. It doesn't exist anywhere else, and that's what makes it very, very special. And Fiorano is also a very special place to do a car reveal. It's never been done since I am in Ferrari, at least, so it's
always been
good.
done outside.
I'm really happy to be here and to see so many
Fiorana.
tifosi here.
They're going big then if they're launching it at
Well, we're
Fiorana.
obviously all thrilled. There's a lot of love today. A lot of love. Now, a question for you both. Last season ended in November. So what have you been up to over this long winter break? A little bit of hibernating?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a long winter for us because we've never finished the season as early as November. So we had a full December to...
You can
obviously
tell
get to
who's
debrief the
new,
year,
can't you?
Go a bit on holiday, but immediately at first
In
of
my
January,
day, it
body
used
was
to finish
asking
in
to go racing
October.
again, you know, and obviously a lot of preparation, a lot of time spent in Italy here since the second
I remember
week
it
of
ending on
January,
October the
training,
16th.
spending time with my engineers. We actually did a test here in Fiorano in an old car. So yeah, I think we are as prepared as we can be and as fully charged up as we can be for this year.
Well, that's what we like to hear. And Charles, how have you spent the time?
Yeah, loads of preparation for the new season with the new car, the simulator. Spent a lot of time in the Dolomites in Italy for training. So training quite hard. Dolomites is beautiful. I absolutely love it. So was a good training weeks. I did 2 weeks there. And then back in Maranello with a lot of simulator work on the new car. As Carlos said, we also did 1 day in the 21 car, which was good to get back to it a little bit. But
So they ran the 21 car,
and now
wow.
we are finally getting to the start of the season. That is the most exciting time, especially after so much work in this new project. Like every year, to finally see the full car mounted is always a special feeling.
Fantastic.
And yeah.
They're excited about that.
Well, these could be the world champions this year. They need to be world
Carlos,
champions.
This is your third season with Scuderia Ferrari e stai diventando sempre più italiano. There is something typical Italian that you're doing now. What is in your habits now?
I mean, first of all, being Spanish, you're already very close to Italian culture, no? So coming to live here, really, I felt at home straight away. Like it felt like I was nearly Italian already. One thing
Alonso
I
said
cannot
the
avoid,
same.
and I'm pushing as much as possible to avoid now because I need to lose a kilo before the first race, is the antipasti. And, whenever they bring the bread with all the stuff, is I try to eat one plate, only my main course, but then they bring always, when I go to Montana, Cavallino, the antipasti, and I cannot avoid it. And, but yeah, I have to this next couple of weeks.
Don't go out to
I
dinner.
know the feeling, by the way. I think we can all relate to that. Now then, Charles, you know, the season is almost upon us, just 10 days now to pre-test. And how much are you keen to get this season underway now, this championship underway?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Pre-test is a weird one.
2022 was a good step forward compared to the
Usually the
two
testing or
difficult years
pre-season
that was
testing or
2020
pre-season.
and 2021.
Pre-test, never heard it called
But
that
we
before.
finished second in the Constructors' Championship and also finished second in the Drivers' Championship. So I'm really looking forward to this new car. I think we've done a great job working on it and trying to address the weaknesses that there was on this car, which hopefully it will be better. But the goal is to win. Clearly, I mean, the feeling of winning is what motivates me. Is what motivates me. Motivates all the team too. So I'm really looking forward to get back in the car and hopefully try and win that championship.
Good, we like the sound of that, don't we? A little bit of winning.
Win that title!
But-
Get it done! Get that title sorted!
Carlos, Charles,
Has Shaw got the mentality to do that? That's the question.
between you two.
It's normally pretty tight, but I will always try and be faster. He will always try and be faster. Even whatever we do, we get a car, Ferrari road car, and we do a lap at Fiorano. We are always, trying to time ourselves. It's a good thing, being competitive, but also being respectful and having a good relationship that you can push each other like we've done all these. How many years together now? 2. This is our 3rd one.
2020.
Yeah. So
21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
3.
So yeah, we enjoy it, and I think it's thereabouts.
Is there about, right, Charles?
Yes, we'll push each other until the end for sure.
And this is Ferrari.
Yes, Forza Ferrari, sempre.
Sempre.
It's just absolutely fantastic, the passion that these teams have.
Well, thank you so much, guys, and thank you to Tifosi. I'll be seeing you a bit later, so I'm going to leave things with Zoran, and if Charles Carlos, you come with me.
Thank you to you, Amy.
Well, they're going to go to do the app now, aren't they? So some of the app stuff. Well, I presume we're going to hear from Frederic Vasseur, the team principal. We've got to, from this point on. A lot of heartbeat. The heartbeat of Ferrari at Fiorano. Are they going to be the world champions this year? It looks like they could
There's
be.
an incredible passion, incredible amount of energy here on the grandstand, on the Fiorano track, here in the deep heart of Maranello. But I know the boss is waiting with Mark, and let's hear what
Frederic Vasseur not going to take the fans. He's going to go to Mark Genet.
Thanks, Zoran. Yes, thank you, Fred, for being here with us, our team principal of Scuderia Ferrari. We could see that the drivers have a very good relationship, but similar question to you. Who do you think is going to be the first one to win a Grand Prix this year?
Honestly, I don't care. That the most important is to have a Ferrari first, and that this is the target of all the team, and that for sure that we will push for both drivers in the same way, and let's see what's happening in Bahrain. But the most important is to put Ferrari first.
Of course. And, well, this is your first launch at Ferrari as Scuderia Ferrari's team principal. How's it going so far?
So far, it's intense, as you can imagine, that you can feel the responsibility for the team. It's a great honor, but at the end of the day, I think the most important is to be successful, that we will have to deliver, and I don't want to be very happy because I'm at Ferrari. The most important is to win, and the challenge is in front of us.
Later on, we're going to see the car briefly, but of course, the car launch is the consequence of so many hours for everybody working at Maranello. What would you say to them?
The SF-90 there?
Yeah, it's always emotional for a team to do the launch, that you know that we put so much effort. Honestly, not
Daytona's
myself,
such a pretty
I joined
car.
too late, and my contribution is very small on this one, but I can perfectly feel the work done on the car, and now it will be a new journey for the project, because that the car will move to the race team.
Looks good in red.
But it's a great feeling that to be. It's like when you are back on track. It's like when you are back at school, and I can feel that everybody is very proud of the job
I want
done.
that Ferrari shirt.
And
I don't know why. I just think it looks so
for the
good.
motivation of everybody and for the season. It will be a quite long season, but the motivation is
I'd quite
there,
like that shirt.
It's crucial in terms
I
of
never usually
performance.
say that.
And today
but
we
I want that.
have guests, media, partners, of course, very important.
I thought I've got the Williams Martini
from
one.
the Tifosi
that
here
was
on the track
always
and
on my
around the
heart.
world. How does it feel to do something so live, you know, where everybody's watching you?
Yeah, this also is a good feeling. I had a look on the launch of the other teams. I think it was a bit virtual or online, and I don't want to speak about the others, but I'm more than proud to do something like this with all the Tifosi around the track, with guests, with it's a really big event, and for us, it's the best way to start the season.
And final question. I heard that you are learning Italian.
Yes, he is. He's
How
having
is it
3
going
Italian
along?
lessons per week.
It's a challenge.
It's a bigger challenge, that one.
L'anno prossimo parlerei italiano per intervista.
3 Italian
Ottimo.
lessons
So
per
I
week are
take your
paying
word
off.
for
Maybe
that.
I should try it.
And Fred, now, I also want to hear what the SF-23 has to say, if it has something to say about today.
Yeah, for sure that we have to stop the interview at one stage and
Let's hear the
go
car.
back to the real business, and let's start the engine.
Let's start the engine.
Oh, we're gonna hear the car. Brilliant. Oh, this is the video that got launched. Lapa Fiorano there. I think that's the first team to rev up that car on the launch. Oh, right, that sounds nice.
Used to say this is the heart of the car. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, sure. And
it is the heart of the car. Every engine is the heart.
The fire up last week. It's
the computer chips of the brain.
The factory. And today to start the engine on track, I think everybody can feel this.
So we're going to see the cars on the track, I think, instead of an actual launch. We're going to see the car run on the track.
We have also to be
That's a
on
cool
the
way
next
to do it.
23 events. And
it's allowed to do it in the 70s.
Come back to us and let's do the next step.
Talking about the car, the drivers will come at any moment.
So are we going to see the car on the track driving? That's going to be the launch.
For reliability.
Who did rock, paper, scissors to get the driver?
Engine division do this winter?
You know, the regulation is crystal clear that we have to. The engine is almost frozen. That we just can change something for reliability topic. Last year, it's not a secret that it was not the best aspect of the engine, but we did a good job at the factory. And I think that now we are ready for the season. And in terms of
can Fred take them to a world championship this year? Possibly. Will he do it in 2024? Probably.
Let's see what's happened this season, but I think we are in a good place.
And we're going to have now just a few days before the car will be in Bahrain. Only 3 days of testing. That's very little. I guess. Well, the team is going to go to Bahrain very, very shortly. And how important are those 3 days to prepare then the first race in Bahrain?
Yes, as you said, that 3 days it's a lot in one end and it's nothing in the other end because you have two drivers. It's 1 day and a half each.
It's not great.
Some training, but nothing can replace the real car and the real session. They also will have the pressure of the results. It means that it will be a complete different game, but I'm sure that they will be ready, and we will have to cover all the aspects of the car in 3 days. But I think it will be okay.
Good. Well, we have drivers that were very fast from.
Oh, good run. Good run.
Here
they are. Charles and Carlos.
Hola, Carlos.
With Frederic Grasso and Marc Genet.
I think we have everything. We have our team principal. We
have
our two drivers, Charles, Carlos. But is anything missing?
Marc.
Me, I'm here as well. No, of course. Now this is the moment we have all been waiting for.
No?
The car is missing. Yes, the car is missing. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been waiting for. This year's 2023 title contender, the SF-23. Here, the video.
So here it is then, the Ferrari SF-23. Is this a World Championship winning car for the team? We're about to find out. It's still red. We knew that. Here we go. Time to pull that cover off and let's take a look at the car. It's got a black wing cover at the back. Pretty much the same livery as last year, maybe slightly lighter red. But that is an interesting take on the back of the panels. They've still got the side pods. Halo's still black. We expected that. It's a bit more painted than last year. In many respects, last year at the front it was black and black rear wing. They've kept the black front wing with a new red angle. The paint looks a little bit lighter than it did last year. So I'm hoping that's just it. Santander back as titles as well, sponsorships. I'd love to get an angle from it, from that angle. Yeah, okay. White text making it pop a bit more. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. A little bit of carbon weight saving I noticed on the engine cover. It's just a little bit light. It's black carbon with stickers, but Ferrari have gone to a matte livery, it looks like, as well. And that does look good. Ferrari at the back. Can we get a full? There we go. It's not exactly light, is it? They're keeping it very secret. We can't see the floor. But that looks okay. Pretty similar to last year's, but slightly different. More sponsors coming in. And the fans love it, of course they do.
Scuderia Ferrari 2023 Formula 1 Championship contender. It's all about passion here. You can feel it. You can feel the energy. Ragazzi, facciamo sentire la nostra passione.
The fans love it. Do you?
E per I piloti, Carlos! Charles! Scuderia! It's all about passion and energy here in Maranello. But Now, so Mark, I think it's over to you again because you have a big surprise for us, right?
Yes, of course. I cannot wait, and I'm sure.
Oh, we are going to
everybody
see on the
cannot
track.
wait
Are we
to
going to see on the
car
track? Brilliant.
And I have a huge surprise for all of you, because here behind this door, at that moment, the mechanics are preparing the SF-23,
Yes!
and for the first time,
We're going to see on the
car
track.
will hit the track, and that is something that you never get to see.
Oh.
So that's very, very special.
We're going to see the car on the track.
Ragazzi, avete sentito? La vedremo, sta per arrivare la
Okay,
nuova
Ferraris have
Ferrari,
got the best
la
launch so far. I thought Aston was good, but the Ferrari's better.
C'è energia
Am I going to
qua,
switch to a
full of
commentary headset
energy,
then?
Big expectation, but now, Mark, raccontaci.
Yes, but there is, of course, I have one question, and it is, we have one car,
Who gets it?
2 drivers, but as you know, a Formula One car is a single-seater, so only one can drive the car. And to answer you that question, yesterday, that's what we did.
Ah, okay. So who's driving the car? Yesterday, 10:25 a.m. Central European Time, Manello.
Guys,
It's
you
rock,
have to
paper,
drive
scissors.
the car first.
The first one drives 2 laps. The second one drives 3 laps.
What do you prefer?
Because that proves that we can find a solution.
Yeah, he wants to drive it first. You get 2 laps. Oh, it's a coin flip.
If it's like this, it's Charles,
Clear.
Carlos,
16, 55.
myself.
My turn. If it lands in the middle.
Go for it.
That would be cool, actually.
Who drives first? It's Sainz!
Yes!
No!
2 laps.
I get 2 laps.
Oh, it's Carlos first. It's Charles Leclerc first.
5 laps.
So Charles Leclerc goes first. Predictable as ever. So Charles Leclerc drives it first, and Carlos Sainz gets 3 laps, so we'll have an extra lap in testing.
Will be the one who will bring the new single-seater on the Fiorano track. But now, while in the garage, they're getting ready to assemble everything and
I was gonna say, how
get
we're
ready
gonna have
to
to sort it
enter the
quick,
track.
aren't
Let me introduce you the other members of the Scuderia Ferrari e fatevi sentire per il reserve driver Antonio Giovinazzi e Robert Schwarzman.
Antonio Giovinazzi no longer racing in Formula E after 1 season with Dragon Penske, and Robert Schwartzman racing, of course, in Formula 2 this season. No, he's not. Robert Schwartzman, by the way, racing under the European FIA license, not the Russian license.
Ferrari Driver Academy, Maya Fuch and Aurelia Nobles.
The Ferrari Driver Academy. The F1 Academy!
Ferrari and Scuderia are a big family, and now we have the occasion to stay a little bit on stage with you. But ladies first, Maya, you are the first girl to join the academy. How is this adventure going so far?
Well, it's my 3rd year now, and it's been a great journey so far for me. Last 2 years in Formula 4 have been great. I've learned a lot.
Is she going to go straight into the
and
F1
now making
Academy?
up the step to Formula Regional European Championship. So I'm really looking forward to get.
Well, that's
back on the
George
car.
Morgan's department then. Oh, that's nice to Tifosi get behind
You
the
share
girls as well.
FBA
That's
house with
passion.
two roommates, so James Walton and Dino Beganovic. Which one is more messy?
Everyone's a racing driver.
That's a difficult question. But yeah, they're not here today. Dino and James and the other FDA drivers, they're all in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Bahrain
The
racing.
IA4.
So they're probably watching it live. So just say hi to them, and we'll see them soon.
Right, and Antonio, now, you were here the last time that the car was launched in Fiorano, and how does it feel like?
Sì, buongiorno, intanto volevo risalutare
An Italian Gino Venanzi.
i tifosi qui e a casa che ci seguono, sono sempre, secondo me, i numeri 1 i nostri tifosi.
I told you it was Gio Venanzi, not Joe
loro.
Venanzi. Crofty
Yeah,
gets
of
on my
course, it's
nerves
been,
sometimes.
this is already
It's
6
Gio
years,
Venanzi.
after my first launch here in Fiorano. It's always special, to see the new car, and especially here in Fiorano. So, yeah, let's see now the new car, for this season. And again, a big thanks to the tifosi here, because without them we are nothing. So, thank you, guys.
That's true. There's the big passion, the beating heart of Ferrari. And
Passion.
And finally, Robert,
Would he get drive
this
this
you're
year?
stepping up on the role of the reserve driver and maybe attending many Grand Prix. what is the emotion, your expectation, your feeling?
Well, first of all, ciao ragazzi, ciao tifosi. You hear that? That's the sound. Yeah.
Paul Schwartzman, an amazing driver.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's the best feeling ever. Con qualcuno di voi ci siamo già visti ai test a gennaio quando ho fatto. Sì, un gran saluto a voi. Yeah, coming back, yes, new role, new challenge. It's very interesting. There is a lot of new things coming, so I'm going to be traveling with the team this year. Obviously, sim work, very important. And yeah, also 2 FP1s with the SF-23. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Of course.
We are.
Thank you. Thank
so
you.
he gets 2 FP1s this year. Interesting. So Robert Schwarzer will be the Friday driver
We are looking
in Sainz Leclerc's car.
To this season, to this new single-seater, of course, the SF-23. Now I'm curious. I think you guys are curious also. How will be, how will look. But tell me, okay, you're part of the game also. And I would like to tell to other people, it's the first time, today is the first time to that the car will be driven on track, right?
So if it doesn't break down, that'll be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's the first time, of course, we
Time for
drove
things
the
to
car
come.
in the sim. So we just, since last year, we developed the car. But yeah, it will be the first time in the track. So it's the main things to see how it is. And then next week we will be in Bahrain. So hopefully, can be a good car and a fast car.
And how emotional are you as well today?
I say before, for me, it's always emotional to be here in Fiorano. I remember the first time in 2017, I drove the F1 car, the Ferrari F1 car here in Fiorano, and I was the first time in my launch here in 2017. Now I'm again here, and it's always to use this logo, this Cavallino, Ferrari is always special.
The Ferrari suit, of course.
So yeah, I think anyone now here, can't wait to see the new car, the car around the track.
I want the car on the track.
To see for the first time.
I think Ferrari have knocked out the park with launches.
But, Maya, back to you again. Of course, you entered the FDA, the Ferrari Driver Academy, and that's already a honor. And also wearing this jacket with the Cavallino Rampante is something really emotional. But I think you dream big. Every one of you dream big.
That's
what
the
your dreams are.
Well, I mean, it's just an amazing feeling to be part of the Ferrari family, and it's already my 3rd year, as I said. But my dream has always been Formula One, as I was from a little girl, so that's still my dream, and it's getting closer and closer, and being here is just amazing.
Ok, thank you. Facciamogli un grande applauso, a big applause. Why? Because I've been told we're nearly ready. So thank you, guys. You can go, you can stay with us also because I hand back to Imi and Mark with Carlos.
So Carlos Sainz is now with Mark Genet, and we're hopefully about to see the car.
Mark,
there it is, there it is, there it is.
Now here I am with Mark and Carlos. We have Charles.
The car's on the inside of the garage.
Carlos, how impatient are you to get out there? It's your turn later.
I am. It's my turn later, but for the moment, I'm going to let Charles
2 laps of
the first
Fiorano.
couple of laps, but yeah, it's a special day. It's a special moment now. It's always when you are the most nervous, I guess, but in a good way. You're excited. So yeah, I cannot wait to get a taste of it later.
Well, guys, you can follow along on Carlos if you're on the Scuderia Ferrari app later on. And
Right,
Mark,
download that app.
You guys know
Download
this
that
track
app.
so well. What kind of emotions will be going through the drivers' heads?
Yeah, what do you think,
Not the table.
Carlos? What at that moment, which are the things that you want to feel more when you do the first
What can I
lap
get
on
to
the
see an
car?
F1 car go
Well,
around the
first of
track
all,
on the
I think
channel? That
everyone's
hasn't
seen
happened
the
since
car
I was
now.
at
The car is
Barcelona in
amazing.
2019.
It looks super, super cool. I think it's
The testing.
even a step more beautiful than last year, and I already believe last year we had one of the most beautiful cars. No, so that first of all, and second, now you're just making sure you do an installation lap. The brakes are working fine. You start to feel the engine, the traction. You feel a bit the tires. You put the car on a bit more lateral load, the longitudinal. You start feeling the first things from the car. But I'm sure that Charles and I, as soon as we jump in the car, we push it a bit and see.
This is
see
going to
how
be
it feels.
amazing.
So today, that's going to happen already.
And the thing is, I mean, you know Charles so well. What do you think is going through his head right now?
It's going like as soon as the car and everything is more or less warm, he's going to push. That's our nature.
Off he goes.
And off he's going to go. He's going to try and extract a little bit out of it and try and have the first feeling. So later we meet with the engineers and we give them our first impressions, which are going to be very subtle.
We're going to see a car live on the track.
And how are you going to get yourself in the zone later on?
So the advantage of not going first is that I get 3 laps. So we said, okay, the advantage of using the car first, we do a coin toss, no, like you saw, but at least the guy who goes second gets to do an extra lap. So in that extra lap, I hope that I can get to feel a little bit more than Charles.
And you're going to see the Tifosi out there as well. Don't forget to smile and wave.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm going to be in that mix of wanting to feel the car, pushing it, and at the same time waving at the fans. So I'm going to have a lot of work to do, but it's going to be good fun.
And now talk to us a bit more also about Maranello. It's actually my first time here. It's such a special place to be in Ferrari land. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's amazing, especially walking through the Michael Schumacher Piazza, no? the going into Enzo Ferrari's house, you know, having the opportunity to do laps at Fiorano. Look at, even if it's not a grandstand, it's now the non-official Fiorano grandstand that is there on the middle of the road. It's full of hundreds of fans. It's amazing. This only happens in Ferrari, and it's something that is really, really special. And to get to use the car today is going to be
it's going to be amazing.
We see, Carlos, I mean, there's quite a lot of people already. Yeah. Would they be some of you? It's a mix of your mechanics, Charles' mechanics. Which type of people are now preparing the car?
It's a normal crew, the crew that will be in Bahrain. Today, as you said, we have a mix of people trying to get everyone to know the car, the systems,
we'll have 2 launch
all the little details of the car.
Now,
Today is already a day where we start learning things from the car, so it's important to have the full team fully focused, fully ready. Obviously, yes, it's 15 kilometers, but it's important 15 kilometers to get our first taste, and everyone, drivers, engineers, mechanics, ready.
Imi, I hear, and I have even another surprise,
really?
that we can even go into the team radio. So the car is
radio
going to start any moment.
So that's going to be the commentary then. I'm going to have to switch to the mic. Yeah, legit. We're going to have to swap over mics so that we can still hear as they come through, because this is an omnidirectional mic, and that's a Formula 1 car revving it so much that mic's not going to do anything about it. Let's listen. Charles Leclerc in the car revving it up. They'll do the cycles then through all the testing as well. Make sure that each rev limiter is working from 1,000 to 12,000 RPM. Now they've dropped it into neutral. Ladies and gentlemen, the first car on track, Charles Leclerc in the SF-23 heads out onto the track here in Fiorano. Down to turn number 1, gives it a little bit of a wiggle. Now into second gear, waves to the crowd. Gets on the accelerator, a little bit of smoke out the back, that's normal. As we see, a little bit different to last year in terms of what we've got on the side of the track in terms of the rear wing. Over the famous Fiorano Bridge. It sounds a little different to what we had last year. Touch the curb there. We're going to come down into the hairpin. Where is it? I can't see it. There it is on the top of your screen. Gets back on the power. Past the production facilities here at Fiorano. Charles Leclerc does exactly what Niki Lauda did back in the 1980s. Launches a Formula 1 car at Fiorano, drives it out the track. Back on the accelerator. Past the control line in the pits. At full throttle. Into turn 1, little bit of proportioning there, the car bouncing up, some sparks flying up. Good at the exit at 1. The car does look brilliant. I mean, very similar to last year. It's a lighter shade of red than normal. Back to the Scuderia colours. Pure white text on the black makes it easy to read the Ferrari logo. Over the Fiorano Bridge once more. The floor looks a little bit different than what we're used to. A little bit of updates. The side pods look a lot narrower.
How is the car? You like it?
Hello, mate. Can I do one more lap?
No. Box. It's my turn.
It feels good. I think we are starting well because I'm pretty sure we are the fastest on track, so that's a good sign already. But everything feels good, man.
You're P1 for the moment.
P1, baby.
Past the VR on the grandstand. Charlotte Leclerc on the radio there. Fantastic! A Formula One car on the track in a launch. That's how you do a launch, F1 teams. Ferrari have knocked it out of the park by giving us laps in their new car. Looks fantastic. Is it the World Championship winning car though? That's what we're going to have to find out. Let's hand back over. Does look fantastic.
Wow. You know, this is something, I tell you, you never see it from any team, so I'm very happy that Ferrari dared to do this, put the car on track, the first kilometers of the SF-23, and I think Charles was pushing quite a lot.
That was sensational. We were all getting quite jumpy about it, but you're very used to this, Mark. Very stoic, just watching it pass by. Well done.
Yeah, the sound of the car passing flat out here on the main straight. I could hear even the grandstand in turn one cheering. I even see some signs, and then of course on the main grandstand. And of course we cannot wait to see what Charles has to say. But I'm very happy that the team put everything together. They put a lot of work, and they were so brave, you know, that to do that live in front of the whole tifosi around the world.
But even now, isn't it sensational? We can smell the noises from the garage. I mean, it just
that was
feels
amazing.
like it's all heating up here on Valentine's Day, doesn't it?
It is. I mean, it's a
love
very
letter
special
to the
day,
fans,
the day
that was.
Ferrari chose to do this. It's a great day. Of course, now Charles, what he did was, it's like an installation lap. So you go out, you try all the gears, you make sure that the engine is going well.
Make sure everything's good.
Now they are looking at the telemetry, of course, real time, just everything. But everything, at least from the outside, it seemed to be very good. Of course, we're going to see now when Charles gets out.
Mark, you know, I'd love to know, Carlos is going in next. What kind of changes are they going to need to make to the car to fit it for Carlos?
Normally they have to change the seats.
Yeah.
So every driver has its own seat. They may have to change also the pedals. So it takes a few minutes to change the seat position, let's say. They may even do some adjustments based on Charles' 2 laps. They may decide, because it's like a filming day, you know. But you still, the first thing you check is if the car is bottoming. I could see some sparks, you know, which was very spectacular.
Yeah.
Those cars anyway bottom a lot, you know. We remember those are the wing cars. But maybe, I think Carlos, I'm sure, is listening right now to Charles' comments. And then for his run, it's going to be only 3 laps for Carlos later on. But I'm sure he may do some small adjustments based on what Charles has to say.
And the car is just so beautiful. It's sensational to see it for us this close, isn't it? And what are the main parts of the new car that you're so intrigued and excited by? Tell us.
Well, first thing, you just look at the livery, you know, and I think the car is just so beautiful. This Ferrari red, you know, this matte red. I loved it the first time I saw it. Then, of course, if you can notice on the front of the car, there's some
getting out.
front wing. The side pods, which is something that Ferrari were very innovative last year, because this car is an evolution. The rules have not changed that much. It's just the right height of the cars have to be higher. But yeah, you know, I can really see that the front suspension is also different, and the aerodynamics, they are kind of refined. You know, they've done an evolution on that respect.
Oh, we've got some movement
now.
Charles is We're waiting for them to come and join us so eagerly.
Yeah, I cannot wait to hear his.
I want to hear from Charles. What does he like?
Of what he had to say. He's disconnecting the radio. Of course, the radio is very important to have any communication with his engineer. And here we have Charles Leclerc with us. Wow, Charles.
Hi.
So, of course, you know, the words is, how did it feel, those first laps with the SF-23?
It feels good. I mean, the first kilometers with this new project, after doing so many kilometers on the simulator, it feels special. So everything went smoothly. Obviously, with 2 laps, it's difficult to go into details, but I already gave my feedback once I was in the car there to the engineers to get the first feeling. The car was running well. Smooth.
This is a great launch.
So yeah, everything went really well.
And we could see even you waving and slowing down for the tifosi.
Yeah.
First time we have such a big crowd and a big tribuna, for the tifosi.
Yeah, we have. It's amazing to have a grandstand in Fiorano with all the tifosi here. There are also loads of tifosi there at the bridge. Yeah, it is very, very special to feel the support also on a day like this. I don't think it happens to any other teams, and that's why Ferrari is so special. It's also thanks to all the tifosi around the world that are helping us and pushing us in the good moments, but especially in the bad moments too. And I really hope that this season will be an amazing one. Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, it looked good too, didn't it? Now, Charles, what feedback have you got for Carlos? It's his turn later.
Yeah.
Well, the car feels good, mate. The car feels really good. Drive it. It turns right when you turn right. Brakes when you brake. Loads of power. So everything feels good. You'll enjoy it. You'll see.
Well, so I guess now it's really over after so many exciting moments today. It has been an amazing, amazing car launch. I've never experienced anything like that before.
Hiya, in the chat.
And,
well, Mark, given we've had all the tifosi here and guys, they're watching from all over the world, we've got a message for them.
Thank you so much for the support. I've already said it, but you've been there since the beginning when I started in 2019. You are a big part of why Ferrari is so special. And thanks for your support in the bad moment as well as in the good moments. You are the best. And yes, days like this are so much better with you. And we can't wait to see you in Italy.
It's a new era for Ferrari. You feel it?
Hopefully what will be an amazing season for the team. Thank
Carlos,
you.
also some words for you, for the tifosi.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I think it's been an incredible day, an enormous pleasure, to be part of Ferrari, presenting this car today. After all the effort and job done by the engineers, by everyone involved in this car. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and I will see you soon during the season. Keep supporting us. All of that support makes us stronger, and we will give everything this year. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What a launch!
And now, guys, this is really just the start. That's just a preview of the upcoming season. You can follow along all season long on the Scuderia Ferrari app. That's where I'll be later today with some exclusive videos. And for now, it's goodbye to the guys and goodbye to you all at home.
We'll get those in testing now.
Thank you very much, Rodan. Thank you very much to all the tifosi.
Grazie.
Thanks to you and goodbye, guys. And thank you for sharing this moment with me. Being here is always, always, always magical. And now I would like to thank the whole Ferrari family, La Famiglia Ferrari, all our partners, all of you watching just from home all around the world. It's just the beginning of the season. And our amazing tifosi here in Fiorano. Ragazzi, siete stati fantastici.
Amazing. What a launch. What a launch.
Fatevi sentire le mani. Scuderia! Grazie per essere venuti qui. Thank you for being with us. Arrivederci. See you soon.
What a launch! I think Ferrari have just won the pre-season launch. That was amazing. So classical feeling as well. It felt like you were in the 1970s/80s. Maybe they did it a bit with Michael Schumacher as well. But that was absolutely fantastic. It felt like you were there. You felt like you were involved in it. You got to see the car on the track as well. Amazing, absolutely amazing from Ferrari there. And usually would go and take a look at some photos and try and analyse what they've done differently. We don't need to. We've seen it on the track. We've seen 2 laps. We know what they've changed. We know exactly how that car looks. And that is just absolutely fantastic. The Tifosi's Valentine is what they're calling it as well today. That was certainly a love letter to the fans. Absolutely fantastic. After 3 years also, with the COVID pandemic as well, not being able to launch in front of anybody in 2020, 2021, 2022. Now, finally, we've got in 2023 a proper launch. I think Red Bull's was the worst. Honestly, Red Bull's was the worst launch. I think... I thought Aston's was quite good yesterday, because it was quite comical. But honestly, Ferraris have knocked it out the park. Trust Ferrari to do the best launch. We've still got Mercedes to come tomorrow, and then we've got Alpine as well. The day after that, the 16th on Thursday, and then it's only a week until pre-season testing when we get to see the cars out on the track once again in the watch-alongs. The commentary's coming out for that as well. Ferrari have truly knocked it out the park with that. That looks like a World Championship winning car. It's a new era at Ferrari, and it is feeling different, and it is looking good. We'll see what they've got to do in testing. Thanks for your company then. We'll see you tomorrow for the Mercedes launch, but I think Ferrari have knocked it out of the park. Absolutely fantastic. Forza Ferrari. See you later. Bye-bye.